Hello and welcome to another development update of Nach, except that this kind of is not really much of an update. It's been a while since my last video, and I've not made any videos in between that because I've not really made any real significant progress with the game. The same issue that I left off with in the previous video is still the issue right now. How do I make an attack combo thing? I've been struggling with this for the entire month, trying to figure out this really crappy problem. I've been searching hours and hours, like really exhaustively, for any kind of documentation on how to create, if anyone else has created a freaking, the attack combo thing in Godot. I've asked for help, and the few people that I spoke to either had their own weird setup which didn't work with mine for whatever reason, or used the player state machine as created by Game Endeavor. So I caved and I decided to try out the state machine of Game Endeavor. So I did that. I edited the script, dividing up some of the parts that I could. For the state machine. Now, I couldn't use the apply movement function at all because the movement and such requires direction, including the input. So I had to put all of that stuff for the movement and direction also under the input, because of the way direction and movement works in the 3D environment, where it uses the camera coordinates to determine the direction the character should be running in when you press any of the buttons. Suppose I could take all of this and put it under movement, but I'm kind of slightly sick of running into problems the whole time trying to adapt my script to a player state machine. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a complainy video, I'm afraid. I'm the only reason why I'm making this video is because a number of people have subscribed to my channel after I've uploaded Nach the developer video, so I assume they're interested in seeing more of Nach. And it's not dead. I'm still very much trying to solve this problem. It's just that I don't really have much to show for it. But anyway, back on track. So I made this state machine following the state machine tutorial, and saved it as a thing, and made it this one here refer to it, so it loads all the stuff from this to here. Added the states, added the long exhausting list of state transitions, and pasted the animation stuff to it from the animation tree, which is on its own already a state machine, but I'll get to that later. The result of that is this. It looks like a mess. Besides the character movement, like the three-dimensional movement, which isn't handled by the state machine at all. The animations, which are handled by the coded, scripted state machine, they're a complete mess. I don't know why, I can't really see what if the game understands what states it's moving to while I'm doing this. But yeah, that's the result of following the player state machine creation. It seems to mostly just handle, I assume it could handle different situations like, I don't know, getting hurt and such like, and in the case of game endeavor there's things like different conditions like wall jumping and stuff like that. But for the moment it seems to generally just center around creating the, just making sure it animates when a certain state is active. Which doesn't seem to work. I mean, if the idle state was really active, then why is it then doing the running thing? And why isn't it doing the jumping thing when I press the jump button? So yeah. Here's the thing though. Even if this would work, I don't see how this would bring me any closer to making a attack combo thing. I'm still even if this player state machine would work, I still have the exact same problem as a month ago. How do I make the script know when the animation has started? How do I make the script know when the animation is ended? And if I could make my original character script detect the beginning and end or specific frames of an animation, then I wouldn't even need this. I mean, I don't need this player state machine at all, because, really, this right here, this is already a state machine. I don't need to define a state for falling, because that's already what's happening. I jump, it changes to the fall animation once the jump animation is done, and then automatically transitions to either the drop or the roll, depending on whether or not I'm running or idling. This is already a state machine. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna delete everything I've done here, revert back to the script I had before, because I luckily for me I was smart enough to save a copy, an old copy of the script before I started tearing it apart for the player state machine. And well, after that I guess I'm all the way back to square one again. How to make the script understand when the punch animation begins and when the punch animation ends. So far, no one has managed, like not a single person, I've asked on Reddit, but not a single person have managed to answer the question for me. The only tutorials I've seen for it, which is any documentation I've actually found for it, are ones from a much older version of Blender for a 2D animation sprite thing, which seems to work quite differently from how 3D animations work, with the animation state machine tree thing. On top of that, there's another thing I don't understand. So the player state machine is created to avoid having a whole array of if statements. If that's true, then what's all this? That looks like a very long list of if statements to me. So I guess I'm still back to square one. I'm still where I am a month ago. And unfortunately, that's everything I have to show for a whole month of trying to make this work. So yeah, hopefully in the next video I have something way more optimistic to show. I'm thinking of perhaps just dropping this for a moment, the whole combo system, and moving on to making the character pick up coins. Maybe get it to have a jab at a health system. I also still need to make a few hurt animations and also a death animation too. So yeah. But that's it for now. I wish I had something more to show than this, but yeah. Until next time.